Alrighty, hello ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks. Welcome to the channel. My name is Jinxeekatt. I will be your host today, and we have the wonderful Div E West game tonight. Bull Moose Party versus Liquid Metal. Now, Riker, thank you very much for the subscription. I really appreciate that. So I was informed by the captains before we went ahead and got in here that there is a little bit of a rivalry between these teams. It looks like some of them are just they were on Bull Moose Party, and then there were too many folks, so they decided to make another team altogether. So there is going to be a little bit of some back and forth. They know each other very well. They're good friends. It's gonna be a really good time, and I am very, very excited that I'll get to cast it with you because we love a little bit of a friendly rivalry, and especially when you know the teams well, it's always really fun because even if you lose, you can be happy that your friends won, right? Right. Alrighty, so we're gonna go over the maps and everything, where they got rid of, where we're going to, and then we will be all ready to get started. Alright, so if you take a look here, you can see that the maps we have for you today, the first one of the night is going to be Infernal Shrines. That was selected by Liquid Metal. Bull Moose Party opted to ban out Dragonshire and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Liquid Metal got rid of Brax's Holdout and Towers of Doom. And like I said, we are going to Infernal Shrines. Looks like the teams are rip snorting, ready to go. I'm super excited. Uh, they're already teasing each other in chat a little bit here. So it looks like in just a moment we will get started with that draft. I know you guys are super excited. I'm super excited. There's the starting in 3, 2, 1. And that's the sound of Infernal Shrine. So let's go ahead and get going. I'll have my awesome soothsayer here right now so we can use our super cool, awesome pop-ups. And it's been a couple of minutes, since we've gotten to cast some NGS. I absolutely adore NGS. It's my favorite place to be when I'm not hanging out with my friends. So, what can we look forward to seeing here on Infernal Shrines? This is Division E, so anything can happen, and it's why it's my absolute favorite division to cast, because you can see anything from like a Mephisto, Asmodean, the more standard stuff, Jaina, Kale Foss, all those good heroes. Also looking at heroes like Johanna is very powerful. ETC is a little bit more play in Division E, and it looks like right out the gate we are going to have that Vala ban. So no Vala coming through today. Does do a lot of work here on Infernal Shrine. She does have, pretty decent wave clear for the Shrine, and then the constant single target damage is a huge pain in the butt. And Kael'thasad gonna get banned out. Looks like maybe a little bit of a respect ban coming out here from these two rival teams. So if anyone knows if anyone's a God tier Kael'thasad player, let me know, because I always love finding those interesting facts about the team. And this is my first time seeing either of these teams, so I know nothing about them. We're going to get to learn together. It's going to be really, really fun. Bands coming out. Chromie going to be the next one on the chopping block. Nobody likes being pinged all the way from Narnia. Get out of here, Chromie. So, couple of different heroes left open still. Some of the more meta bands would be things like the Diablo, the Stukov, Brightwing, and it looks like it's actually going to be that Asmodean band out here, so already getting off with some crazy non-meta bands. But you know what? That's my absolute favorite, as it looks like Iggy is going to pick up that May first and foremost. Immediately snap pick. The Light abandons No Man. Night on the Uther. And I always get super excited, when I see an Uther, because that is, Vala is a respect ban. Okay, good to know. But I get super excited whenever I see Uther, because what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be tank Uther? Is it gonna be offlane Uther? Is it gonna be 4-man DPS Uther? Is it going to be heal Uther? Uther can fit anywhere in the team comp. It's why he's absolutely one of my favorite heroes. And as it unfolds, obviously we'll learn a little bit more. Greymane is going to be picked up here as well. And then it looks like we're going to lock in the Li Ming and the Lili. Interesting here. Li Ming, we typically don't see on the map just because on the shrine, her orbs get a little bit less value since those skeletal defenders can get in the way of making it go the full duration, but still a very powerful hero in lane. And then Lili is super interesting to me here. We're going to see her picked up before anything else, you know, like a Brightwing or a Stukov. So we love the Lili. She is one of the highest healing supports out there, despite, you know, being what everyone always jokes is like a meme healer. She does a lot of really good work, and if your positioning is perfect, then there's no problem. And Nubarak going to be banned out of here as well. So, Gazlo and Nubarak taken out. What are the teams going to pick up next? Let's go ahead and take a moment to fill this out. Going to be Jaina coming out for Wave Clear and Tyrael. Interesting. You love to see a good Tyrael. Hogger going to be the next one coming out. And I apologize, you guys can't hear those hero lines. We're just entering some stuff into Soothsayer because it looks really cool when we do. So Imperious going to be the final pickup here. Going for a triple bruiser comp as looks like Haley Quinn is going to be that Hogger Malthael to finish out the hero pickups. I think that is a really strong pickup there. So solid plays all around, but that does mean Uther is going to be the healer. And we have some swaps coming out, making my job a little bit harder, but you know what? That's all right. Have to look for next time. Okay, everybody is swapping. Excellent. We love to see it. You know, we're not going to worry with Susan right now. Gonna bring it back to me for just a moment. Looking at these drafts as we get in. Linehouse, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community. I appreciate that very much. That's incredibly kind of you. That means the world. Thank you. Alrighty. Toast Monster, Belrivian, Zindad. I'm butchering all of your names, I'm sure. Dax and Arco, please enjoy your Jinxie Rages, your Krog Champs, your Arthas Waves. Dax got one, unlucky. All right, that sound means that we are ready to get into the game, so why don't we go ahead and head on in there. Thank you very, very much, Linehouse. I really appreciate it. That's incredibly kind of you. All right, game number 1 in our best of 3. Over here on the left-hand side, we have Bull Moose Party with Crizzo. Going to be that May. Haley Quinn on the Hogger. Winter Rose will be your Li Ming. Iggy68 going to be rocking the Lili. And Toast Monster will be your Imperious. And on the right-hand side, we got Night Night on that Uther. Sugarmon will be your Tyrael. Sir Typic will be that Greymane. Pad 0 or Pado is going to be your Jaina. And then Shane on that Malthael. These are the members of Liquid Metal. Heading in here. Just going to look at this middle fight, see if they can't grab a couple of quick kills, a little bit of poke damage. But of course, it is going to be those minions that are the most important part of picking up this game. You want to get that XP, make sure that you can be right on top of everybody, right in the middle of it. We're going to see a stab come out onto Tyrael there, but Sugarmon able to get away using that Archangel, the sword. Eldruin coming out there from Sugarmon, able to escape. Solid rotations coming around. Another beautiful stab onto Greymane, who is able to jump away for the moment. Uther with that extra healing, that extra armor, going to be able to keep him up just for a moment. As we can see, Sir Typic is going to head back to base because, of course, that was a lot of damage taken. He does not want to have to fight with that. More rotations coming down here from the bottom. No camps have been taken yet. Gonna be looking to wait closer for those objectives to spawn. Up in the top, we always have to mention our coolest and most attractive players is gonna be Harlequin in the off lane on the Hogger, and Shane, of course, on the Malthael, doing the same. The Lord's work, they sacrifice screen time so we can have XP. Harlequin in a little bit of trouble now. Shane looking for the Quill, but a quick dodge with that Hog Wild will prevent them from going down. Back down here in the bottom, looks like a little bit of action coming out as Uther has been killed, as there's a first blood drawn on this bottom camp. Going to go over to the side of Bull Moose Party. Uther goes down, and the rest of the team decides to back out, seeing as they no longer have a healer. Fun fact, Uther is the only healer, aside Ariel with Resurrect, whose healing numbers go up when they're dead. Isn't that interesting? Looks like the team is waiting, anticipating a gank here on the right side of the map, trying to find this camp. Not going to be able to do so, though. Pad running through, goes very aggressive, will end up going down here, races through all those heroes trying to get that camp, and not much alone Jaina by herself can do there. Always got to check those bushes, lest you end up dying to them. So a rocky start there for the members of Liquid Metal. Should be able to bring it back here in just a moment. It looks like Bull Moose Party is actually going to start on this bruiser before heading over to the objective. Nobody has started it yet. Liquid Metal grabbed their own bruiser in the meantime, so it will be just a little bit of counter push up on the top for them there as everybody gets started on these shrines. Level 7, just a half a level away for both these teams. We're going to see May come in. They get the stun onto Shane, who is getting very low. Uther, though, with the heals, gonna keep him alive for the moment. Greymane going in, looking at Winter Rose, is not struggling at all with those skeletal defenders, hitting beautiful combos. Izzy getting very, very low. Great stun by Night Knight. Greymane, though, having a tough time going in. They are still low, and Uther has long cooldowns on their healing. Lots of range poke coming out from Winter Rose. They have opted. Great stab by Imperius there. Hogger is so low, will go down. Toast Monster, the next one to pop here. 2 members of Bull Moose Party in peril. Nearly 3, but great pop there. Uther will be traded out, though. Li Ming gets the reset, but not in enough time. Our first Punisher, Arcane Punisher, going over to the side of Liquid Metal, who, despite losing that Uther, pick up this early Punisher to push with. Was looking a little bit rough for them earlier, where they got that level 7. They are ahead in XP now, and they're going to be able to just continue to push. Great bait by Krizzo. As first Punisher, not always, you know, the most exciting, not always the best one in the game, but they are going to grab that first wall, which is absolutely fine for that first Arcane boy. In the meantime, the members of Liquid Metal, sparing no expense, sending everybody to different lanes, making sure they get the max amount of soak possible. One thing I wanted to talk about, we can touch base on now, is in that last fight, we had Triumvirate for Li Ming. We're going to see Liquid Metal now invading here onto this other camp. Winter Rose getting very low. Toast Monster has to be careful. That poor little Lily getting just bullied by Greymane, but the blinds really coming in clutch there. Greymane gonna go down, or Hogger gonna be the one to go down. The heals and shields from Uther and Tyrael keeping that Greymane nice and safe. May comes out with the delay on that Blizzard. It does not matter, though. Liquid Metal gonna pick this up. May cost them a couple of lives, though. Sugarmon, Pad very low. Iggy equally low, though. Will not get out. That's gonna be another kill going over to the side of Liquid Metal, who are absolutely dominating in this middle stage of the game. Got about a level on the members of Bull Moose Party. Just going to continue pushing away, trying to find that soak, get that level 10 advantage, and come in even stronger. They're going to opt to go for this bottom camp here now. Not looking to grab their own, as they know it's pretty safe to do so, especially now that they have that level 10 advantage. Heading over to grab it. And so far, we're not having Sanctification, the typical Tyrael pick. We're going for Judgment, and in fact, that's a Divine Storm from Uther as well. Hyper aggression coming out here from the side of Liquid Metal. Big Spear by Iggy. Ring of Frost comes out, catches Krizzo. It is going to be Uther, though, who is very low. Night Knight, though, comes in for the perfect Divine Storm. Iggy wants blood, has that extra damage from the level 7 Flash of Anger on the Imperious, ends up killing off Uther once again. Rest of the members, they find that bottom fort wall, but nothing else can really be gained. In the meantime, Haley Quinn was trying to get value up here in the top lane. They managed to grab one tower up here and then back away, giving them just enough time to get level 10 on the side of Bull Moose Party. So, Lily, another interesting pick. Both these teams being very aggressive here. We've opted for the Water Dragon, gone for the Wrath of Angiris as well. So many off-meta picks coming out here, and it's paying off beautifully. Li Ming with that Disintegrate as well, as opposed to the Wave of Force. Bull Moose Party coming in for the aggressive play onto the fight here now on this top bruiser camp. Great stun coming out from May. Blizzard last right. Sounds like it wanted to go off, but was not able to do so. Maybe it was just Malthael sounds. I'm not 100% sure what that was. Sounded like last rise. Maybe he got CC'd right before he was able to get the click. Sometimes that happens, which is really weird, even if there is no channel time. But Bull Moose Party biting back in the middle game here. We're going to see early clear from the members of Liquid Metal, but here come Bull Moose Party. Both teams right now just posturing for aggression, trying to find the other team caught out. Are going to see the Judgment and the Divine Storm come out. Imperious going to immediately fall. Level 1 class completed by Uther. There's an Ice Wall, another beautiful cut onto Tyrael. Li Ming gonna be traded out here. Two members of Bull Moose Party in big trouble. Another stun from Night Knight. Haley Quinn looking for blood. May trying to stall everybody out with the Blizzard. Sugarmon chasing in, looking for those low health bars, but being down Imperious and Li Ming. Bull Moose Party cannot step up. They're going to have to just try and maybe look to come in a little bit later, or just fight the Punisher after all, it looks like, seeing as we're at 35 on the side of Liquid Metal. They're just about to finish it up there. Li Ming and Imperious are back, and is Imperious starting the camp but deciding against it? They want to push with this Punisher instead. Not everyone came to it, weren't allowed to get that started. Banky, thank you for the raiding party of 14, as we're going to see Krizzo pull out that Punisher. This front wall is fading fast. Fort should be next on the chopping block, but Iggy keeping the other heroes at bay. Water Dragon's coming out from Lily. Punisher getting pretty low. This is the Mortar Punisher, so shoot all of those little pellets, dealing tons of damage in an area. Winter Rose, you can see taking a big chunk there. Stun comes out onto Imperious once again. The Ice Wall just a little bit too late to save Iggy there, who is just being absolutely bullied. John Cena, speaking of bullying, doing exactly the same thing here to Krizzo, but managed to survive as the members of Liquid Metal deciding to go for this bruiser camp as well. So that will need to be cleared by the side of Bull Moose Party, who are having a really rough time in this game number 1. Looks like they're just going to try and find that level 13. Having that talent advantage is so devastating when you're behind. You're just not able to continue to keep on fighting in there. Night Knight going to check this camp, see if there is anything they can do to invade, but seeing how many members of Bull Moose Party are there, they're going to back off. Looks like we're looking for Pad here. Ring of Frost coming out, connect onto Iggy, who's having a hell of a time. And comes Greymane, and once again, going to be Imperious falling down. May the next to go. We have that Holy Ground from Tyrael on the level 13, making it so difficult for them to get in and out. As such, two members of the front line go down, and there's nothing that can be done for Bull Moose Party. They will have to give up this camp here. And Malthael already starting on the other camp, and it looks like bottom is next on the chopping block. What is the division? The division is E. This is E West. Little bit of a anti-synergy there with the Holy Ground and the Ring of Frost, or excuse me, Blizzard there. Two Blizzards in the game. But nevertheless, the members of Liquid Metal able to pull it through. Li Ming gonna just try and dissuade folks from pushing in onto this bottom fort. And it looks like it works. The rest of the members of Bull Moose Party show up here. We are going to see Liquid Metal just back off. Clear coming out from the side of Bull Moose Party, who are just on the back foot here. They can turn it around. Now they have 13. It's a perfect time for them to fight. Toast Monster coming in. Stun comes out onto Winter Rose, who's looking to grab from behind. Ring of Frost hits two members. Great use of the ice block by May, as immediately Malthael is taken out. Wrath of Angiras connects. Nobody hit by the ice wall, but it's a great zoning tool. Iggy is very, very low, and Uther's actually going to get him with the Divine Sword, trading out 1-for-1 here. Imperious having such a rough game. The focus on the soul engage here of the members of Bull Moose Party, and it really shows. He nearly got that Uther down, but the armor is just so much damage. We've even gone for this pathetic Mortals. So of course that is the reduced damage and the reduced speed. They hit the beautiful spear, but was not enough. We're going to see the Bruiser camp once again taken by the side of Liquid Metal, who are feeling very comfortable. They just going to forego a little bit of positioning on the shrine. They have level 16. They're up 5 kills. They don't worry about getting this picked up. They can do it no problem. We're going to see the early lead, though, go over to the side of Bull Moose Party, who have now dropped a couple of zoning tools trying to keep Liquid Metal away. Sugarmon goes in. Jaina now stepping up to clear. That's a lot of damage coming out onto May, who's able to use the icing to get away, but she's already used that cryo freeze, so we'll go down to the last rice. Ring of Frost comes out, does not root anybody, but it manages to slow several members of Bull Moose Party. Hog Wild in the back, though. Pat and Sugarmon getting very low. Iggy dives in. That is going to be Greymane going down. Li Ming popping off. Going to see Malthael die as well. Jaina the next one. Divine Storm coming out, not connecting in the way that Night would like. And as such, that's a 3-for-1 going over to the side of Bull Moose Party, showing some signs of life here as they picked up level 16 during that fight. Only Li Ming snap picking has gone for the Arcane Orbit. It's a full Li Ming orb build, save for the fact that we did not go for the glass cannon, which, you know, I think is smart. Makes a lot of sense. And in fact, if we look here, Li Ming only going down once on the team here. Most of the members not having to worry about dying too much. Poor Iggy, again, just being absolutely chunked out every time they try to go in by the sick counter engage of Liquid Metal. John Cena going to jump onto Tyrael. Out comes Water Dragons. There's the full combo from the side of Bull Moose Party. Sugarmon, though, able to get away with the Eldruin's might. Out comes Malthael, though, with the Wrath of Angiras. May going to be the first one to go down. Iggy going to be targeted by Tyrael, who is very low, ends up falling here. Going to try and get that judgment. The Archangel Judgment damage coming out. Does not find the kill. But once again, 1-for-1. Night, another beautiful stun with the Uther heroic there. That Divine Storm always coming in clutch. The AoE stun allows most of the members to get out. But now it's Bull Moose Party's turn to show some aggression. Not everybody is here, so we'll have to be careful. Looks like the team is going to try it and leave, but that big stun onto Iggy once again cost him his life. Toast Monster running for their life. They are a Lily, is very difficult to kill and lock down, but they are going to do it. That Greymane, even harder to chase off. We've gone for the Unfettered Assault at level 13, so that's the 60% swipe distance. Able to just chunk down Lily. I absolutely agree, Wono. These teams seem to be very evenly matched, and every time somebody comes in, I always think it's going to go one way, ends up going another. It's just a couple of abilities here and there. Really smart plays from the team, making for a very exciting game. We're 9-14 in favor of Liquid Metal, who are looking to jump on the members of Bull Moose Party here. There comes the Ring of Frost once again. Krizzo going to go down. Nope, survived with that cryo freeze. Hogger did end up falling in that fight. Ice Wall was dropped, as was the Hortipult trying to get out. But in the end, poor Hogger could not stand up, heading right back to the stockades with the Null King. And once again, this Bruiser camp will go over to the members of Liquid Metal. Liquid Metal must be feeling pretty good right now. They're almost level 20. They're able to control most of the camps on the map. We're going to see Bull Moose Party just clear this out in the top. Able to do so relatively quickly thanks to Li Ming and Krizzo, though, have a pretty good wave clear between the two of them. Bottom fort, though, going to fall down as the whole team was needed top on the side of blue. So, yeah, why not just take a free fort down in the bottom camp? Once again being taken out here. It's been a rough time for Bull Moose Party. Team fights can go either way, but the macro is definitely in favor of Liquid Metal, who are just continuously trying to find ways to continue this pressure, trying to find ways to constantly drag Bull Moose Party around the map. Up in the top, you can see Shane working away at that bruiser camp. The team finally shows up. He's got 20% left on that Fallen Shaman. But they get it in the end. That's the important part. A quick heal from Uther brings him right back up to full health. And once again, it's more chores for Bull Moose Party. Toast Monster on their way up to the top. The whole team, in fact, on their way up to the top. We'll see if they want to forego this shrine or if they are going to come and try and fight it. Maybe try and get some counter push elsewhere. And it looks like not having 20, they're going to opt to head back down to the shrine. Maybe get in a position to defend here. As they know, it's 14-0. It's a big old goose egg for the side of our blue team, but it looks like they're going to come in and try and find some kills on the backside. Maybe see if they can't turn it around. Jaina drops the Ring of Frost, but it's in a kind of a clunky position. Doesn't end up catching anybody. Haley Quinn has to be careful. Ends up going down to the last right. Ice Wall connects onto a Greymane there, but it's going to be Imperious, the next one to go down. Big stuns all around. Krizzo trying to escape. Toast Monster in the same boat. Only Winter Rose able to get out, but not for long, as that's a 5-man team wipe. The members of Liquid Metal just dominating with those heroic abilities. Worgen, Greymane, of course, the Hunter's Blunderbuss, the splash damage on those human basic attacks, really just shredding in there. We also have the Deep Chills. That's the extra Frostbite chill on Jaina's ability, slowing them for 40%, making it just impossible to run away from the infinite engage of Liquid Metal. And we could be looking at the beginning of the end, folks. This is a Mortar Punisher. It is very, very healthy. Still 10 seconds before anybody is back on the side of blue. They don't have their level 20s yet. I'm thinking we're going to be seeing a GG here very soon as the core begins to fall fast. And yeah, it looks like Haley Quinn not going to be able to get out and do much. GG's coming out as game number 1 goes over to the side of Liquid Metal. Nicely done, teams. GG. There we are. We have some stats for you. 9-20 in favor of Liquid Metal, who had a little bit of a difficult time in the early game, but then were able to just jump and run with the middle and late game, able to clean up, beautifully comboing a stun after stun after stun, a ton of CC coming out, and when you know you can't move, you just die. Jaina able to land so much value with the Blizzard. All around, great job from the team. We'll go ahead and update this score screen and then see we're going for game number 2. So this was picked by Red, won by Red. Let's go ahead and update that. Take a look at the talents, and then I'll bring you back to the map screen, because if you're just now joining us, like one of the wonderful members of Bankai's stream, thank you once again, my friend, for the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream. We'll get you all caught up with everything that's going on. So as you can see here, full orb build, Li Ming safe for that glass cannon at level 13. As we talked about earlier, we even went for the Angel of Justice at level 20, reducing the cooldown and increasing the range of judgment there. So Sugarman, it looks like. I think I've been saying that wrong the entire time. Yep, that's an A. I should put my glasses on. It's an A, not an O. So, Sugarman getting so much value with the Judgment. We typically see the Sanctification, but this time around going for a very engage-heavy, aggressive Tyrael. In fact, Taking a look at the build, looks like it's fairly standard to save that bound by law. Increasing the Eldruins might slow by 10%. And then, of course, basic attacks against enemies slowed. Increase the slow duration, so constantly just trying to push folks out with these CC abilities, the slows, the roots, the stuns, making it really hard to get away from members like Jaina, like Greymane, who can just kind of finish the job there. Very smartly played by the teams. While we're waiting for that second map choice, we'll bring you all in here for an update on what's happening. So, as you can see, the members of Liquid Metal got rid of Brax's holdout and Towers of Doom. The members of Bull Moose Party getting rid of Dragonshire and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Our first map of the evening, as you just saw, was Infernal Shrines. It was picked and won by Liquid Metal, who did actually opt for the map pick after losing the coin toss. There we go. That's human words. So now we're just going to go ahead and wait and see where we're going for game number 2. Oh, right. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I'm going to bring it back to myself because I know the second that I do, they're going to tell me where they're ready to go because that's how it always happens. Yep, there's the invite to the game. Feels good. As it looks like game number 2 is going to be on Alterac Pass. Very exciting. So, remember, guys, I'm Jinxeekatt. I'm your host today. You're over on the Jinxeekatt stream, but I think you guys all know that. If you guys are having a wonderful time, then please don't forget to subscribe or follow. You know, if you can't donate money, that's all right, too. We're here just hanging out. We do lots of NGS casting, lots of Storm Division casting, lots of Heroes play, Eternal Return play, Pokemon play. You like all that stuff. World of Warcraft, we do it here. So I would love to see you guys by hanging out again. And you know what? If you can't do that, that's all right too. Love to have you just for this evening. Just tell me who you're here supporting tonight. I'm going to let the team know that we are ready, and we'll hop into game number 2. But it looks like the members of Bull Moose Party did opt for first pick once again. So let's bring it right on back over here so we can update our map. As game number 2 is Alterac Pass. And bless the teams here. You know, maybe something to note about Liquid Metal. They brought him to Alterac, and personally, I'm not a big fan of Alterac. I think I hate it more than Brax's holdout. But the teams certainly have a plan. They're gonna play it to the best of their ability, and I'm hyped for it. I'm happy to see other people play it. I don't personally want to play it myself because, you know, running around sieging, you don't even need a tank on this map. Just run like Illidan, and you just win the game because nobody can stop the Illidan push while people are fighting over the objective. Of course, that's just my opinion. Would love to hear all of your guys's as we head on into the draft for our second game of the evening. All right, so what are they going to do this time round? As I was saying just before the draft, this is a little bit different than the other maps that we do see here. You know, Cursed Hollow, Sky Temple, you could argue that you can do the same thing, but it's more about pushing the structures than it is necessarily about getting the objective. We're going to see the Uther banned out after that first game, and you know what? That's absolutely fair. Uther is insane right now, and that he did work on the members of Liquid Metal, so get him out of here. Why not? We'll see if there's more respect bans coming out from the side of Liquid Metal. Gazlo going to be the first ban here. Was their third ban in the first game, but seeing as push is the name of the game here, get him out of here. No one wants the infinitely pushing Gazlo on their Alterac Pass game. Of course, the Gravo Bomb also does insane work in the middle of a team fight in some of these really hard chokes. Rhaegar going to be banned by Bull Moose Party, really trying to limit these supports. And I'm interested, I'm curious as to why the Rhaegar ban there. Kel'Thuzad, once again, big respect to one of the members of Bull Moose Party. So getting him out of there. But yeah, really curious about the Rhaegar ban. Maybe there's a comp that the members of Bull Moose Party know that Liquid Metal like to run, and the Rhaegar really pulls that all together, so they don't want to deal with it. They do have the first pick here, and let's see what they've got up their sleeve. It's going to be Lucio for Crizzo. Now, Crizzo did a Chromie coming in here, and then Sugarman going to be on the Mal'Ganis. Oh, Riker here cheering for Liquid Metal. I love when the teams come in and their friends come in and they support the teams. It's always really exciting to me. So Liquid Metal once again going with another tank who is in there, does a lot of damage, is very disruptive. Mal'Ganis is a very short CC cooldown chain that comes out. We're going to see Sonya and Orphea come in. Lucio allowing folks to move quickly to and from those lanes. And then Sonya is just unstoppable at pushing. So we're really looking to go for more of a push style from Bull Moose Party this time round. Going to see the Mei band out. Did do a lot of really good work and shut down some of those combos in the early game, so it makes sense. Trying to write these all down in Soothsayers. Malthael going to become banned out here. Curious to see what Bull Moose Party will bring in. These guys scrim a lot, so they're always respect banning. That makes sense. You know, if you weren't here earlier, I was telling the teams that the captains were telling me earlier that you know, there's a little bit of a rivalry going on here between the teams, as ETC and Zarya are going to finish out the rest of the bans here for the members of Bull Moose. Not the bans, the picks. I know the words I'm saying. But there's a little bit of a rivalry going on between the two teams. They used to play together. They're all really good friends. They know each other very well. So, yeah. Makes sense as we go in. Leoric going to be the last pick there. Stukov and Tychus were also picked up in the other rotation. And they're making it very hard to fill out this form because they all know what they want. They got the draft that they were hoping for. Respect bands coming everywhere. Makes a lot of sense. Big cheers for Bull Moose in chat. You love to see it. This is game number 2 in our best of 3 series. Liquid Metal are up 1 over Bull Moose Party, and we'll see if Bull Moose Party can bring it back or if it's going to be a short-lived series from the teams here. I'm super excited, and, you know, I say that all the time, but Heroes of the Storm is very exciting. It's something that I love very dearly, so, you know, why not get excited? Casting Heroes of the Storm is one of my absolute favorite things to do, and I love casting good games. I love casting good Division E games. And speaking of that, we are ready to go. So, heading in here on Alterac Pass, we have the members of Bull Moose Party with Toast Monster on the Orphea. Winter Rose is going to be your Sonya. Haley Quinn is hiding from me. It looks like she's going to be that Zari. Crizzo will be the Lucio, and ETC will be played by Iggy68. And over here on the right-hand side in the red trunks, we're going to see Liquid Metal with Night Knight on that Chromie, or excuse me, on that Leoric. Certific will be your Chromie. Sugarman on the Mal'Ganis. Pato will be that Tychus, and Shane 9110 on that Stukov. Lots of role swapping coming out from the teams here. So once again, we're going to head into that middle lane. We're going to see deep breathing coming out here from Chromie. So looking to stack off of that Dragon's Breath. Over on the side of Bull Moose Party, as far as quest goes, we have Demolitions Expert already getting 2 whole stacks on it, make it 3. Zarya is just looking to do extra damage with those grenades. Maybe we'll get to see a Grenadier at level 20, should they have the chance to get to it. Alrighty, Toast Monster taking a little bit of damage, trying to get all the damage onto the friends. Their silence comes out, but Crizzo keeping them alive. Iggy coming in to slide and save the day. Sugarman now the one to fall low. Orphea chunking away at the members, the melee members of Liquid Metal. A much more aggressive early game coming out here from Bull Moose Party. Crizzo just dashing around on those walls, getting a lot of damage in, just being that annoying Lucio you love to see. And it's going to be Chromie who ends up going down first. Sugarman not able to get that stun off in time, and everyone's least favorite Nexus gnome will end up getting a free trip back to base. Down in the bottom, Haley Quinn and Pad have already started on that bottom camp, looking to just try and grab the minions here, and Pad showing the value of the Tychus, getting a ton of damage onto the Zarya. She's got a pretty thick health bar, and that minigun just shreds with its percentage damage. And of course, up in the top lane, it is our coolest and most attractive players as Night backs out of the lane here, falling very low to Winter Rose. They are our off-lane players who sacrifice their screen time so we can have XP. So big shouts to the off-lane players. Remember to thank one as Winter Rose is just chunking out here. Leoric had to head back to base, so the teams are going to lose a wave of soak up here. Down in the middle, both teams have grabbed their siege camps, looking to push in with the Noli boys a little bit. Sugarman, one of the better tank clears, you know, not necessarily the best, like a Johanna. They do use a lot of mana, but does have a lot of value in those Fell Claws. Able to get rid of that camp pretty efficiently. Sleep comes out. Nice use there of the sleep and the silence to get Mal'Ganis out of the fight. And now it's just all about cleaning. Both teams have sent their best mage, their only mage, to the middle lane to get rid of that. Sonya has rotated down, trying to help with this wave clear, as the rest of the members of Bull Moose Party struggle a little bit. And down in the bottom, it looks like Zarya is going to start heading to the middle. I try to group up with the team so they get ready for this objective. And once again, Liquid Metal looking very aggressive on these objectives. We're going to see Leoric and friends jump down here in the bottom, try and clear out this lane as fast as they can before heading back up to fight aggressively. They want to take advantage of this early camp. Gonna see Sugarman in a little bit of a pinch there, gets pushed back by Lucio and by ETC. One of the counters to Mal'Ganis is knockbacks, but it ends up going to be Iggy going down first here. Toast Monster trying to escape, and that is the value of Orphea. Just so slippery. Sonya going to be the next hero to fall down here. Sugarman looking for even more. Shield comes out on to Crizzo from Haley Quinn, who is stepping up, trying to get the interrupt. Can do no more. Lots of energy coming in, thanks to Tychus there, but that is going to be first channel going over to Bull Moose Party, or just about to hit level 7. Chromie already has hers, gone for the proper greeting. Damage to stun, rooted or slowed enemy heroes grants 25% additional damage for 5 seconds. So able to just chunk away from a safe distance. We're going to see a couple of interrupts coming in here for a little bit, but nobody able to get the full interrupt on the side of Bull Moose Party. So Toast Monster really just trying to get out. Great healing by Lucio, great healing by Orphea. They're trying with the poison to keep her off, and Crizzo does exactly that. Iggy the Lord's work, pushing everybody back with that level 4 loudspeakers, increasing the knockback of face melt. Make sure that nobody goes down there despite the low health bars. This first objective does head over to the side of Liquid Metal. So now it's all about defense from the blue team. We're looking to step in here. Mid seems to be the big point to push for Chromie and Stukov, who's stepping up on the bridge. Better be careful, but Sugarman is here to save the day. They come in with that Spell Claws with the sleep, but not going to be able to find anybody just yet. Down in the bottom, Haley Quinn is doing the best they can against that Tychus, but is really rough, not able to get a ton of value from the energy right now. And it's actually going to be Taika's chunking down with the minigun, having to force Liquid to play back a little bit. First tower is already gone in the middle lane. ETC steps up a little bit too far, ends up going down. Toast Monster maybe in the same boat soon. They get the stun out, preventing the second Shadow Waltz, and that will be another kill going over to the side of Liquid Metal. Silence comes out just to clear out this minion wave. Stereotypic is very low, has to head back to base. Up in the top lane, pretty equal from Winter Rose here, able to really deep push. Leoric did lose one tower, but definitely not the worst it could have been. Is going to lose a lot of health here thanks to the Leo drain. Seeing if Leo's gone for anything spicy, going full suck build. And we do have that drain momentum. Of course, the extra movement speed while draining, so you can latch on and keep on sucking. Level 10 has been picked up by the side of Liquid Metal, who once again are looking pretty strong in our game here. So, slide comes out from ETC, going to try and find the knockback onto a couple of members, and the Tychus is just chunking away. Grizza running up to keep up, gets healed. Tap comes out from Iggy, not having level 10, though. The teams really don't want to fight just yet. You can see Sonya rushing down, trying to help out a little bit. Not going to do so now, though. Heading back up, and Tomb comes out, catches two members. Orphea able to phase through. Lucio not able to do anything yet, and Zarya, who's not able to get away, will go down as well. Lucio finally finding themselves down. Just a couple of auto attacks they weren't able to get away from. The long range of Chromie is absolutely no joke. Looks like she set her sight on the well here. Toast Monster trying to keep her from coming in and doing too much damage, but it's just really a delay tactic now. This front wall, this well are in a really tough pinch right now. In fact, you can see the shield is gone, so the well is going to fall down. Iggy very low, great slide. They get the knockback onto Sugar Man, who is looking to try and get the sleep off. Not going to connect onto anybody. Toast Monster able to escape as well. Danger pings coming out, and level 10 has finally been achieved by the side of Bull Moose Party. We've gone for the Eternal Feast, Mosh Pit, Leap, Graviton Surge, and of course Sound Barrier. So a huge wombo potential from the members of Bull Moose Party. Everybody is just zoning out right now, hanging out, trying to grab the soap. We do still have a 2-level lead over on the side of Liquid Metal. Objective has been started. It looks like Bull Moose Party are trying to get the early lead on this here. For going, grabbing their camp for that early lead that is going to push the entire time that the teams are fighting here. So Bull Moose Party will have to be quick. Tychus pops that Commandeer Odin. Out comes the Leap. Out comes the Eternal Feast. ETC comes in with the Mosh Pit. Lots of damage coming out. Stukov goes down. Tychus goes down. Sugarman gets the carry-on swarm off just in time. But Chromie going to be the next one to be chunked out here. They get a bunch of damage onto Leo, but Night Knight is so hard to pin down on that spooky skeleton. Able to escape. Sugarman trying to salvage this, but nothing can be done. The combo was there and executed magnificently by Bull Moose Party, who are looking to take back this game. Camp still is pushing. That fort is falling quickly. The minions are here. Cavalry will help out a little bit. It looks like Bull Moose Party are going to sacrifice that in order to get value elsewhere. They're looking to push up in the top lane. The members of Liquid Metal have respawned. They're looking to try and push against this as well. Middle lane won't have to be worried about as Chromie finishes her deep breathing there. It is pushed pretty far back, so Liquid Metal are happy to just leave that. Sugarman comes out. There is another Graviton Surge. Catches out. There's the stun. Sonya in the back. Winter Rose is going to be chunked out. Ends up going down, but Shane, this is a disaster. The support was traded. Orphea, though, goes down as well. Doing it under towers has dire consequences for Bull Moose Party. They grab the Stukov, but they lose two of their own members, two of their best pushers, in fact. So top lane, after only getting that top gate, will have to back out. They're going to try and just clean out a little bit mid here. And now it's Liquid Metal's turn to push. They're going to look for this top fort. They have a full wave here. Team pushing in strong. Leo is also pushing in the bottom. Not much achieved by this cavalry. In fact, mid finally makes it up to the fort, but the fort is blasting away at it. So not even the wall goes down yet. Was a great play there by Bull Moose Party, but in the end, just not able to get the value they were hoping for. Leo was able to grab the bottom fort. In the meantime, Stukov is soaking this middle wave, and Liquid Metal doing a great job keeping everything alive, making sure to keep on that keep that XP lead. But there's another combo coming out once again. Moshpit from Harlequin going to be interrupted there. In fact, Zarya will die to the fort, fighting another fort. Once again, disastrous. Iggy going to be the next on the chopping block. Winter Rose running for her life. Toast Monster dashes out of that Dragon's Breath. And another 2-for-1 in favor of Liquid Metal. Guys, the fort hurts. Please learn this. Oh, they had a great opportunity there, but in the end, just a little bit too close to that fort. They're going to opt for this camp here, while the members of Liquid Metal are going to grab this boss. Nobody gets stunned. They have quick boss clear on the side of the red team. Another 2-level lead obtained for the side of Liquid Metal. Just going to try and clear everything out. Prisoner camps will spawn here in the next 10 seconds. Boss is just going to finish off that top fort. Middle lane being cleared out by Night Knight, and it's the lane management that I think members of Bull Moose Party are really struggling with. They have set up a trap here for this bottom boss, and nobody has caught it. Nobody has checked any of these bushes. Shane is down here by himself. He catches the bush. Sonya misses the leap. Graviton Surge comes out, but Lucio or ETC knocks him back. But it's going to be finally Shane going down. Night Knight has to run for their life. They have that extra quick movement speed. Sugarman also using that flight to get away safely. And what patience, what absolute discipline the members of Bull Moose Party had. They found the pick onto that Stukov. That's a huge detriment for the side of Liquid Metal. But now Toast Monster being harassed in the back by the members of the front line of Liquid Metal. Chromie goes down. Great use of the sound barrier. Mosh Pit comes out. They find Sugarman. He is pretty low. They're trying to catch him there. Does he have his heroic ability? Does not. He used it to save himself in the last second, but ends up falling. And then a spray just for good measure. You know what? However, while this is happening, while the points are being channeled, the lanes are pushing in heavily. Boss cleared itself out up in this top lane here, but that's a lot of minions. Someone will have to go down and deal with it. It looks like Sonya is just going to channel this point. The members of Bull Moose Party going to try and find this boss. They're willing to give up that top keep in exchange for a little bit of extra push there. Oh no, caught in the stun. The boss is a little bit faster here on Alterac Pass, so it can be a little bit different from what the players are used to. But they managed to grab the boss. They managed to not grab that objective. The rest of the members of Liquid Metal did stall out. The keep did go down in the top lane finally. And now Bull Moose Party are looking to come back in here 16-17. This is a fair talent fight. We'll see how it plays out as the members of Liquid Metal are ready to fight. Commandeer Odin comes down. It's only going to be ETC waiting for that heroic ability. Just a couple more seconds. Night Knight trapped in. There is that Eternal Feast, but does not go off more than one. Sleep comes out. Lots of chromie damage in the back. Iggy is very low. Still not using that Mosh Pit. Leap has already come out. 3 seconds on. Break it down. It's going to be Toast Monster who is the first to go down there. We are going to see Iggy get very low. Nice boop from Krizzo. Iggy trying not to get away. My mouse wants to fight me instead of seeing that fight, but it looks like Bull Moose Party are just going to have to try and back it off here. They're going to get their camp instead and deal with this middle lane. Top lane still pushing real heavy. A whole wave has made it up there. Looks like Sonya is going to just deal with it. They know the core heals itself up, so they're going to grab the camp. They're going to give it over a little bit of percentage on this objective. We'll see if they decide to go in or if they're just going to wait it out. It looks like currently they're waiting for Toast Monster to respawn before going in. However, they're going to be cutting it close. Finally deciding to head in with just a couple of seconds left. Winter Rose going to try and get that interrupt in. is interrupted just briefly. 9 seconds left. Krizzo trying to keep everybody away. Out comes Fleeling, swipes the team so badly, just wants to get the interrupt. Sonya finally able to do it. Break it down, comes out. Jinxeekatt gonna be the first to go down. Chromie as well. The combo has been hit spectacularly despite the entomb. Mal'Ganis the next to go down. Tychus not long for this world, but Night Knight gets the channel in the bag. Will they be able to stall it out enough to get it? There's gonna be that 3-second delay. They try to find it, but it's not gonna be enough. And now Leoric will give their life trying to grab that objective. Rough time for Liquid Metal as Bull Moose Party not ready to lie down and die. They get the channel on this objective, and with only the NPC defenders left taking care of it, it is going to be Bull Moose Party who pick up the objective once again. Sonya, smart plays here by Winter Rose, getting started on that Knoll camp, which is absolutely insane. One of the few units left in the game that does do negative armor to buildings. So they get these Knolls to push along with this objective, and it's going to be absolutely disastrous for the mid lane. In fact, we might even see a win here as 2 Knoll camps are heading in. Oh, I take that back. Knoll camp mid was cleared out by those towers, so the towers are not long for this world. Mal'Ganis burns the Carrion Swarm to clear out the Knolls. So it looks like only the tower is going to go down here in the middle lane. The members of the Bull Moose Party have their eyes set on something else entirely, though, looking to wait for that cavalry to push down this middle lane, this bottom lane. They know middle is going to be the main concern of Liquid Metal, so they have a little bit more flexibility down here in the bottom. Top lane, of course, not really going to be an issue as it was so far back. We are going to see a Leoric hit with the Entomb. It is not that buried alive yet, so teams do not have to worry about the silence quite yet. 2 members caught in that Azaria. Out comes the leap. Out comes the Eternal Feast. Goodbye, Stukov. Mosh Pit finally being pushed here, but Iggy is so low underneath the towers. Winter Rose in the same boat. Orphea and ETC will lose their lives here. Sugarman very low, not as low as Haley Quinn and Winter Rose, though, as Haley Quinn going to be the next to fall here. Middle lane has a fair amount of minions pushing here, but the keep should be safe as that Knoll is being taken care of by that keep. Keep down in the bottom, only losing about 50% health. And finally, this fort dealing with the cavalry up top won't even be dealt with. The members of Liquid Metal really not worried about it at all. They know eventually it'll go down. They might lose the fort, but they could look for so much more here. Potentially looking to end the game. Krizzo and Winter Rose, the only people left to survive. Nice knockback onto Sugarman. The keep, though, just being chunked down. They have those slowing sands, making sure nobody can get on top. Carrion Swarm once again used for the siege damage. Not typically what we see it used for, more likely to get out of escape and heal Mal'Ganis up, but they get what they came after. They find the keep. They're just going to back out now, and it looks like just tend to their chores in the other lane, having to deal with these lanes that are pushed up. Up in top, they do have a little bit of a trouble, but it looks like Shane gonna clear that out as they have just respawned down here. Bottom lane will be taken care of as well. And now this is a hard spot for members of Bull Moose Party. They have to worry that at any point, the members of Liquid Metal could just come and try and end the game. The core is much easier to kill without that 40 armor. So, seeing that the camp was taken in the middle lane, Bull Moose, they have nothing to worry about. Down here in the bottom, it looks like both teams are going to trade out these bosses. Boss going to be taken care of down here by Bull Moose Party. In the top, we're finally seeing Liquid Metal getting started here. Now, Liquid Metal have to be careful. If they leave this boss alone, it is going to just finally get that keep. But Liquid Metal, they do have significantly faster boss clear than the side of Bull Moose Party, so they will finish it before anybody on the side of the blue team is able to come up and interrupt. Orphea has to clean out this lane without the keep. It's just constantly under pressure. Toast Monster, though, prepared for the job, and Orphea has such insane wave clear that it doesn't really matter. Both teams now looking to do their chores, clear out these bosses. We've kind of hit one of those Alterac lulls. Again, faster boss clear on the side of Liquid Metal, so they will just chunk out this boss. Is it going to get the keep? Oh, it manages to get the keep. And now a win condition has been forged for the side of Bull Moose Party. If they can get another 5-man team wipe, they can potentially end the game. Boss up in the top has about half health. Luckily for the blue team, this core does heal itself up back to full, so it is going to lose a little bit of health here, but nothing that the team should be concerned about. The biggest concern right now is the advantage in positioning that Liquid Metal have on the objective. Objective has to be channeled for 50 seconds. It looks like Bull Moose Party are deciding to grab their camp instead. They want to push in the middle lane, but that's a lot of extra time just ticking away for the side of Liquid Metal, who are just able to clear this. They're going to have to take the team fight and then channel the objective in 30 seconds or less. This is not dominoes. They lose here, they could lose everything. Sugarman jumps into the back. Time Trap comes out onto Haley Quinn. Big stun. There's the buried alive. Zarya can't get her combo off. In fact, Haley Quinn gets very low. Break It Down comes out, though. There is the gravity from Zarya as well. Lucio, though, not able to sustain him as Orphea goes down. ETC goes down. Stukov was traded out. Krizzo looking to try and get Winter Rose out, but Commandeer Odin is chunking away. The objective has been channeled. And with only Lucio and Sonya left to defend, with a huge wave up here in the top, we may be looking at the beginning of the end, folks. Winter Rose and Lucio going to try and get it out. The stun does not connect. The core ready to defend himself to the last stand. Carry on Swarm chasing out the heroes who have slept in the back. Thanks to that upgrade from the Seeker Swarm, the core is falling fast. Nothing can be done as game number 2 and the series is going to go over to the side of Liquid Metal. GG. Alrighty, folks, there's your stats. Much closer of a game this time around. 16-17 in favor of Bull Moose. Excuse me, in favor of Liquid Metal once again. But a very, very close game. Anyone's game. Poor Stukov getting the Iggy treatment this time around. 6 deaths on the poor supportive boy. Just having to be out there in that front line, it really, really crushed him. You can see Leoric really the only one sneaking out of there relatively unscathed thanks to the slippery nature of the hero. We'll take a look at the talents. I'll update the score screen, and then we'll see if we can't get an interview with Liquid Metal. So let's go ahead and update that bad boy. There we go. Match once again picked and won by the red team. And we'll see if we can't get our interview here. Excuse me for one moment, folksies. There we go. All right, we take a look at some of these talents while we wait to hear back about that interview. You can see piercing sands coming out from Chromie at level 20, just really able to chunk in through everything, everybody. I think that really helped beforehand, able to hit those squishy backliners, able to dissolve people like Lucia, who actually I think, yeah, Krizzo only went down once in the game, so they were able to prevent themselves from taking too much damage. We're able to hit those sound barriers. A lot of them is super effective, incredibly strong there. Well played on the Lucio. Unfortunately, just wasn't enough at the end. We'll take a look once again. Quantum Overdrive. Just giving Chromie a little bit of extra spell power there. Full grenade build from Zarya. Saved the level 20. Did not go for the Grenadier. Instead went for the Graviton Surge. Gravity kills the increase by 1 second. And then, of course, it silences hero. So maybe something that... something that... was supposed to combat that buried alive. Unfortunately, at the end there for Haley Quinn, they got caught in the buried alive. You can't silence the silenced, or the silence cannot silence, so ended up just going down from there. I'll message the teams, see if we can't get someone in to interview. In fact, let's... can I not whisper? Let's see. I'm bringing it back over to the mat so you guys can see the update there as we try to get Liquid Metal in here for an interview. And you know, if they don't want to, that's totally okay. None of them in here. Goodness gracious. All right. Well, if we can't get them in, then that's all right. Let's see. Anybody? There we go. All right. Are they going to interview with us? You're here? Hello. Hello, Coveted Coins. How do we get them in here? Sorry, are you on Liquid Metal and just different? Different names. Cause sometimes I whisper to the team. We'll wait a little bit longer, see if we can't get a response. Your captain is trying to join you. Well, all right. Cool. Well, the way that we typically do this is I whisper y'all looking for the interview and then we join in. So why don't we hop into lobby 1? We can get rocking and rolling. There are folks. All right.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Sorry, I was confused. I was trying to figure out where I needed to go.
No worries. So usually we just message you, and then I always go into lobby 1. But you know,
Oh, okay.
sometimes
Yeah, I'm terrible
it's
at
busy.
navigating Discord.
You are totally fine there. So, for those of you on stream, hello. I am here with the captain of Liquid Metal, Night Knight. How are you guys feeling after that dominant game number 1?
Hearts are definitely beaten. We're that last one was that second game was pretty close.
Yeah.
They had a really good wombo combo there. They got us with it a few times, and yeah, they were playing well.
After level 10, you know, we thought it was really anybody's game. They came out with the wombo, found several members of you guys. But before we discuss that one, I want to talk back about game number 1. You took us to Infernal Shrines. Now, is that a map that you guys play often? Is it something that you guys are, you know, just super comfortable on? Tell me about your reason behind the map pick.
Yeah, I mean, we just added up everybody's win rates on our maps, and that one happened to be the highest, so we picked that one first. So there wasn't like a huge, you know, there wasn't really a lot of secret behind it, other than that it was a map that we play well on.
Right. And so chat was saying that you guys scrim a lot against each other, and so it was mostly respect bands tonight. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, definitely. We know each other's hero roster pretty well. We know who plays what and what we don't want to play against.
Right, definitely. So, how was game number 1? Because I mean, despite the fact that you guys seemed so vastly ahead in in most of those team fights, in fact, it seemed like you know, just a razor's edge. It could go either way. So, did you get kind of confident towards the end, or were you still just like, all right, pull it back, guys? They can bring it back at any moment.
Yeah, I mean there were definitely they had a really strong four-man thing going on with the between mid and bot lane at the beginning of game number 1. I think it was really our solo laner, our Malthael,
Yeah.
that really was pulling us ahead. Because you know we had a couple unfortunate deaths at the beginning there, but we got the XP lead and managed to pull ahead. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys did great. And then game number 2, you guys just the Mal'Ganis is an interesting pick. I think that's the biggest thing I want to talk about right now.
Yeah.
Is it just something you like to run on the map? Is it a comfort pick? Tell me about Mal'Ganis, because we don't see him often.
Yeah, that was. I mean, his sleeps tend to go well with kind of the big burst spells from Chromie and some other heroes. So he pairs well with mages in general.
Right.
That was kind of our reasoning there.
Makes sense. And how did you guys adjust after that first wombo combo? Because, we were like, ooh, that's a big, big kill. And then from there, they seemed to start to get less and less value. So what did you guys do?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was just really Mal'Ganis started kind of moving forward, zoning out a lot farther for us. We
Mm-hmm.
figured, if we lose a tank to the Wombo combo, we can recover from that. Leoric is kind of maybe barely tanky enough
Right.
to be the front line for the rest of the team fight if we need him
Mm-hmm.
to. So that was kind of our goal, is to maybe have a sacrificial lamb there out front. Um, and if he went down, but then they started diving the healer in the back, so
Mm-hmm.
uh, I don't know. It
Yeah.
worked out though.
Yeah, I mean, every time it seemed to go positively. You guys, uh, 2-for-1 traded there. So really well done. You guys played out of your minds. And I mean, other than that, really fantastic job. I'll open the floor up to you for any shout outs, any call outs within reason you'd like to say. The floor is yours, my dear.
Uh, yeah, I mean, just big shout out to our team. Everybody played really well tonight. Um,
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Alrighty. Well, thanks so much for chatting with me. I'll let you get back to your team to go celebrate your first win of the season.
yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah, have a good night. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks. Alrighty, my dears, that is gonna be it for me. I appreciate you all very much for stopping by. My name is Jinxeekatt. I have been your host this evening. We have another cast on Saturday. I'll be doing my own streams. We're going to be playing our NGS match on Wednesday and our XGDI match on Thursday. So if you guys want to see that, then you can stop in right here so you can watch me feed and complain about, wombo combos and whatnot and sacrificing the tank. So thank you guys so very much for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday. And remember, if you enjoyed, please be sure to follow. If you really enjoyed, please be sure to subscribe. Get that daily love going right now. This is my full-time job. So, we love the dollarinos if you can provide them. And if you can't, just stopping by is all right too. So I appreciate you guys very much. We're going to send you over to someone fun. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, friends.